Hey, what's up, guys? Max Scoville here for IGN. With me, Marty Sleva.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going really well. We're playing a game with multiple subtitles.
I am excited about this game. This is Assassin Creed Chronicles China.
Yeah.
The 3 C's of Assassin's Creed. So this is the new series they're doing. This is going to be like a little kind of downloadable. I don't want to say mini games, but little downloadable.
It's like smaller, bite-sized Assassin's Creed 2D
and I'm so into it.
Yes,
they're
this is
2.5D.
Yep.
Platformers.
Yep.
A little bit of stealth.
They're a lot more stealthy than recent Assassin's Creed games have been.
Interesting.
Part 1 is out now for Xbox One, PC, and we're playing on PS4. China, as it's called, takes place in China.
The next one is going to be India, and then there's Russia.
And they have different art styles. And the Russian one's exciting because it takes place like during Red October. It has like a cool propaganda art style.
Yeah, I'm really curious. I'm curious if they're going to have different play styles. Like you said, this one's more stealth, but I'm wondering if maybe the next one's going to be a little bit more like action slash combat.
Yeah.
And I know the Russian one has guns in it.
Yeah.
So
and Russians
cool.
and vodka.
If we want to proceed to the next chapter, we have to answer these review questions in the back of our history book.
I just said X to continue. You gotta do that. Max, we're playing this live for the next 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's 120 of the minutes.
That's pretty cool. We get to hang out, just do this. If you guys want to ask us questions, just about anything really, you can do that. Just hop on Twitter and use the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. And you can also tweet at IGN or at Max Scoville or at McBiggity.
Yep.
And we'll help you out.
We're gonna do that. Or if you don't have Twitter, a message in a bottle, or go into a closet and scream.
Whisper your thoughts and dreams into the ears of a butterfly and let it free.
Go into a dark bathroom and summon the Candyman.
What's happening in this motion graphic?
These are your character is imprisoned, and you're learning why she is imprisoned. This is also the main character was introduced. All 3 of the main characters from these 3 games have been introduced in various Assassin's Creed media.
Okay.
It was, I believe, a comic called Embers, but it's also there was like a short, like CG movie or animated thing when Ezio dies. It's like old man Ezio, and this is sort of his protege.
Okay.
Same thing with the India one, and then same thing with the Bolshevik dude.
The Bolshevik one, I read the comics for that. That was called like the Chain, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
those are really good. Surprisingly good. I was into them way more than I was expecting to be. I'm immediately more interested in this than I have been in a lot of Assassin's Creed games.
We're in the grottos. Yeah, so the game's gonna be familiar to anyone. If anyone's ever played, what was it called? Mark of the Ninja. The game's a lot like Mark of the Ninja, which is not a bad thing because that game is awesome.
Mark the Ninja was a good guy.
Yeah, Mark the Ninja. I liked Mark the Ninja. He was in Beverly Hills Ninja. Remember that film? It was a Academy Award nominee.
No, it wasn't.
Could have been. You weren't alive during those Academy Awards.
That's a really gruesome way of showing you how cones of sight work.
By murdering a slave. Yeah, so much more than recent Assassin's Creed games. This game is very heavy on stealth. Your character can kill people. You do get weapons, but usually if there are like 2 or 3 people, you are going to die.
Currently, you're escaping a jail.
Yeah, it's cave jail.
Cave jail is considered one of the worst jails. Up there with fire jail and bee jail.
Bee jail?
Bee jail's the worst.
Isn't that what a beehive is?
Oh, come on.
No, dog! Why would you do that to me? So obviously a tutorial, you learn a lot about the environment and things that will make noise, and it uses the cone of vision.
Such as dog radar. Dogdar.
Man, in stealth games, dogs are the worst. Like in general, like dogs are awesome because they're cute and nice, but in stealth games, no. Man, the dogs in Metal Gear?
That's a really good point.
Yeah. It does a cool thing with color, too, with the color red, especially in this game. It's sort of like Mirror's Edge.
Interaction points.
Yeah, it sort of clues you into, like, hey...
or yellow in Naughty Dog games.
Yeah. Oh, is there anything up here? Oh, no, I have to go this way. I'm learning things. I already played this before at a preview event, but that was a while ago, and I forget things.
So I actually, somebody in the comments, I hosted the Daily Fix yesterday, somebody in the comments got mad because I work here now. And I blamed you.
No!
Yeah. I literally wrote, ah! And then I wrote in like brackets that noise that Marty makes.
Ah! Don't do that.
I was like, Marty called a meeting and he said, ah! I think we should hire Max Scoville. That'll spite our entire readership. That's the plan there.
Yeah, that was our readership. Because you write, oh, that guy's scary. Like, we can go this way. I'm showing you a pro tip. Here's how to get collectibles.
Collect them?
You thought you were going to go to the right, but if you go to the left, you collect that. It didn't really tell me what it was.
That's a cool trick of... I love that you just walked into a thing and made a bell noise.
It doesn't tell you what it was. It's going to show you a little bit here. You can pop in here. If you're in the darkness, they can't see you.
What about that white outline?
Like in...
Somebody should investigate why that gate is, like, shimmering.
That'd be really scary if, like, doorknobs shimmered. Or, like, money on the street shimmered. Or things you could pick up and eat. I wouldn't eat anything that shimmered.
You would be officially very high on something if that was what the world looked like to you.
Oh, don't do that.
That's what cats do. My cat actually did that to my screen door the other day because other cats were outside having a hissy fit, quite literally.
That's pretty bad.
Sorry.
I think I'm going to kill my first man. Oh, don't become aware. Maybe I won't become my first.
Jump back.
I think you can make it through most missions without killing people, and it's encouraged. You're going to see you get points, and
that's a very misleading title.
The
Assassin's Creed is to never kill anybody.
Yeah, but if you rearrange the letters in Chronicles, it's Peacekeeper. I think so. I don't have them in front of me.
That's the second really confusing anagram you've given this week.
I'm also illiterate, so there's that too. Oh, there's a whistle.
So starting off with the light, easy questions. JD Drunk Reverend says, "What is the meaning of life?"
Oh, jeez, JD Drunk Reverend. I mean, you have part of it there. You have the drunk part. I think it's life's about enjoying yourself as long as it's not at the expense of others.
I think that's a pretty good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I think it's to make friends with people.
Yeah.
I think if you want to learn the meaning of life, you should familiarize yourself. Wow, that's really.
She's got a knife in her shoe.
Knife shoe.
Yeah. We got a Uplay action.
Kill a man with your foot.
Congrats, Uplay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the meaning of life is much like that of Dragon Ball, which is to make friends with everybody and try to make the world a little bit of a better place.
Is that what Dragon Ball's about?
Pretty much. Yeah. Goku just makes friends with everybody.
I like Goku.
He's a good guy.
He seems nice. You think you'd get along with Goku in real life?
I think I definitely would.
No? What, kid Goku or adult Goku?
Either one. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he had a family.
Yeah, he's a serious and very nice guy. Fights a lot, but it was always with people who were jerks to him. And then eventually they were like, this guy's actually okay, even if I'm trying to dislike him.
Yeah.
Except for, He
had a tail. That was kind of weird.
That was pretty cool, because he was an apey boy.
Yeah.
Little old.
Oh, Johnny Apey boy.
Apple bottom jeans. I don't know. That'd be awful.
Apple bottom.
Just they have little tails on them.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that'd
cool.
be great. We'll kill this fool.
Interesting. So it makes noises when you kill people, yeah?
Yeah, and so people can hear it.
Okay.
The one of my minor complaints about this game was that I felt like the visual cues for noise, like the cones and the noise circles, weren't quite as precise as Mark of the Ninja. I felt like Mark of the Ninja, every time I mucked up, I felt like it was my fault, which Metal Gear handles pretty well too. Whereas in this, my time with it, I feel like there were numerous times where I felt like it wasn't my fault. Nope. See, that wasn't good. I just didn't do good there. I think I'm gonna die.
Apology.
Pauladine
replied to one of my tweets and asked if Podcast Beyond has already been recorded for this week. It has, and it just went up live.
Is it on the blog roll? Did it work?
10 minutes ago. We can find out if I screwed up or not.
Yeah, we record on Mondays. Monday afternoons, so sometimes we miss a story if it's Tuesday morning. But that's
no.
So
It looks
that's
like it's up 9 minutes ago. If you want to check out a podcast where the two of us hang out and with another man there. Sometimes a lady.
He's an angry Italian man.
Sometimes two other ladies. I don't know. That hasn't happened yet.
No, it'll happen soon.
Someday.
Maybe we should get a. I was about to say get an animal, but I'm allergic to all the animals.
What about iguanas?
I don't know if I'm allergic. Did you ever see the Bad Lieutenant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call. Young folks at home, if you'd like to see a Nicolas Cage movie that is probably more insane than a lot of the stuff he's done.
Yep.
That's It's directed by Werner Herzog, who I think goes out of his way to do really strange things.
Yeah, and the fact that this is one of the weirder Werner Herzog movies is saying something. Because that man made a movie called Fitzcarraldo, where they took a giant boat across South America, like the land of South America, not the sea of South America. What's this little guy doing?
Brody Lawson says, which console is better in your opinion, Xbox One or PS4? That's a
I threw a firecracker at that.
That's a loaded question.
That is a loaded question. I think where we're at right now, a majority of the best games are multi-platform as of right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think
as game machines, I think that they're really, they are pretty much even. I think that I mean the PS4 is more powerful.
Yeah, I think I mean people are having it's
how that's used is totally. I mean the PS3 was more powerful and it didn't really take advantage of that. Or it didn't benefit from it because it was very proprietary.
Yeah. I think a lot of it comes down to, if you can only afford one, you look at sort of the handful of exclusives that are pretty cool. You have games like, wait, what am I doing? I think I'm jumping here. Like on Xbox, you have cool games like Sunset Overdrive. On PlayStation, we just got Bloodborne, which was awesome. We have indies like Transistor.
I also think if you're a TV person, the Xbox is like totally more up your alley. It's very much
the center of your media living room.
Yeah. I don't know. I like my PS4 a whole lot. I haven't felt like I needed to get an Xbox One yet.
Yeah,
I will eventually.
Oh, totally.
That's
of course.
just a reality. But
yeah, I mean, this early on in generations, it's unless you have cash to burn, it seems kind of pointless to have both.
Yeah.
Unless you have cash to burn and unlimited free time, but obviously there's going to be.
I barely have enough time to play my PS4.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm sure in June at E3, Microsoft will unveil like 6 games. You can be like, oh, this is going to be cool. And I'm going to get one of these in the next couple of years.
Ooh.
Yeah. Trinkets. My ammo's full.
Got that Assassin's Creed UI.
Yeah.
Where it shows everything that's happening, possibly.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
distraction could help me here.
I think I'm supposed to throw firecrackers at people.
Just distract them. Again, for those of you watching at home, if you'd like to communicate with us through the ether, you can do that by tweeting at IGN or just using the hashtag IGN Plays Live, which I'm keeping an eye on Twitter right now.
Oh, that's good of you.
Huh, interesting. That's really pretty.
Yeah, I like the stylish nature. This one has the watercolors, looks very much like a comic. India was very colorful.
Oh yeah, and it's interesting how they managed to keep it. They keep it still feeling Assassin's Creed-y by, again, using the UI and just the kind of the animus.
Yeah, totally. Smart use of
design.
colors. The assassins all have like a very cool look to them.
Prepare to defend yourself.
Oh, this is so Prince of Persia.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's another. I didn't actually pay attention to that.
Remember to look for signs your opponent is about to strike.
Oh, I don't want to do this. I just want to be able to have fun.
Yes, that's
Jordan Rodkey asks, how stealthy are you in real life?
Not very. I breathe heavily. If you've listened to me on podcasts,
Yeah.
I have asthma and I smoke, so I breathe very heavily.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy. I don't.
Is there anyone who's stealthy in the
I
IGN
think
office?
That's a good question.
James is pretty stealthy.
James is pretty stealthy. James is very. He's like a cat.
Yeah, you're like a man cat.
A tomcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a handful of very quiet people at IGN, but no one really tries too hard to be stealthy. I think because there's enough like statues and stuff around the office where you kind of startle yourself anyway.
Man, if you come in and working on the weekends, that's spooky. Not a fan.
Yair Donan says, do we know if the story is connected throughout all 3 episodes? Also, how was your weekend? That's a lovely question.
Yeah, that is really nice of you.
What do you think about the story?
There's no, like, as far as I could tell, there's no sort of outside the animus, like, Desmond-y, modern-day thing, and so I believe it's telling 3 self-contained stories, but I'd be willing to bet. I mean, the way that they're coming out, I think they naturally want you to play them in these order. This might be the only way you can play them, so I'm sure there are some sort of thematic callbacks at the very least.
Well, it also seemed to be just chronological.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Chronological. How was your weekend?
It was really nice. I hung out with chums.
Chums?
I watched the Game of Thrones. I drank liquor in a park.
Cool.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
What kind of liquor? What kind of park?
It was a dog park in DeBose Park, and the liquor was beer. Nope, I made it. It was
Beer
like
isn't
Indiana
liquor.
Jones.
That's beer.
Yeah, I don't know why I said liquor. That was weird. I don't know.
I got back from Star Wars Celebration on Saturday night, which was a very long day. It was a really good time, but it was after I got in Thursday morning and I arrived home pretty late on Saturday, so I was pretty exhausted.
How was that? We talked about
It
a
was
little bit
incredible.
about
It was incredibly
Beyond.
fun. I had a really, really
Yeah.
good time. Like, just genuinely, like, some of the most fun I've had in a really long time. I mean, in or out of work, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that it gets to be work for me is really incredibly exciting, so...
I think it was bigger than we even imagined. Like, we sent a lot of people there
yeah, I
knowing
think
that there'd be stuff, but holy moly.
I think that Disney's much better at kind of creating an event, a physical event
Totally.
around the thing. I mean, the first celebration was coincided with the ooh, cool.
A little objective.
The first celebration coincided with the launch of Episode 1, the release of Episode 1,
Oh,
which was
interesting.
like kind of getting off on the wrong foot. You know?
Yeah.
It was also held in Colorado, which isn't really the most of a destination, you know.
Yeah.
That's just where the Star Wars fan club was based, and
Oh, is that right?
yeah, and then they kind of they've had some internationally, which I think were probably pretty cool, but this year it's like there's actually something really worth getting excited about.
Yeah, and it was cool that every day was sort of centered around something cool. I mean, you
Yeah.
had The Force Awakens, then Battlefront,
Pretty much.
then Rogue One, and Rebels.
Apology says, you've talked about what might happen at this year's E3, but what would surprise you the most? That's kind of an endless question there.
Yeah.
I mean, it would surprise me the most if a giant asteroid struck Los Angeles and killed us all.
That'd be really surprising.
That would be really surprising.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen, so that's why it would be surprising.
Yeah.
But, you know, who am I to say?
I mean, they're the things that a lot of us are hoping for that may or may not be surprises. Things like maybe a Fallout game at Bethesda's conference.
Yeah.
Cut that, man.
All right, vengeance
Congrats,
has begun.
James Faulkner. I got you
Yeah,
a trophy.
getting you those trophies.
6th trophy.
I want it to be close enough.
What would surprise me?
Eternal Champions.
More Eternal Champions. Yeah. I don't know if like Nintendo actually showed their new console, which I know they're not going
That's
to.
a really good realistic
with the
surprise.
NX.
I don't think we're going to see that yet, but
If there was like a Vita 2.
yeah,
That'd be weird.
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't think they're going to call it a Vita 2. I don't think that's how that really works anymore. But I mean, I think that a lot of companies kind of want to move away from sequential numbers because it doesn't look good. You know, like
Yeah,
we're seeing this
yeah.
with Assassin's Creed. They don't have numbers in titles anymore.
Yeah, I thought I was.
Dragon Age never really had it exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, you were saying the other day that originally Inquisition was called Dragon Age 3 Inquisition, and
Yeah.
then they dropped the number.
I think with video games, especially because they're massive, like any video game can be somebody's first entry in a series. I mean, the fact that Street Fighter 2 is kind of the franchise everyone looks to, not Street Fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the first Street Fighter was like, it's pretty lame, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the reason that it didn't catch on was that it wasn't as cool as Street
Yeah,
Fighter 2.
exactly.
I mean, the new Mortal Kombat was called Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat X is called, it's like Mega Man X. You know? It's like the sense of, like, here's something different, you know?
Especially when you move onto a new console generation, they sort of
Exactly.
want a tabula rasa.
Yep. Tabula Rasa.
Yeah, clean slate. That was the name of a Lost
carte
episode.
blanche.
Carte blanche from the Golden Girls. That's what she called her cart when she went to the Aldi. Do you think they shopped at Aldi? No, you don't want to talk about Golden Girls?
Terrible. Everyone always wants to talk about Golden Girls here. I don't get it.
Can we just talk about Golden Palace? Did you ever watch Golden Palace, the spinoff?
No. What? There was a spin-off
They
of
went
Golden
to a
Girls?
casino, and Don Cheadle was their bellhop.
No way.
That is a true fact. That is not a thing I made up.
That's a weird...
You want to play this video game?
Yeah, sure. Let's swap off here.
Levels and Lives.
All right. That
Oh, you
works.
didn't get to play the tutorial, which kind of sucks. But
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And be bad at it anyway. Look at that. I've got 2 little old life bars. Is that because I beat a level?
I think so. Well, you didn't beat it. I mean, you beat it. You supported me with friendship.
Yeah, exactly. Friendship was cool.
So
Okay,
remember, we're going to be
it's-
playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles China for the next hour and 40 minutes. Tweet at us using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Tweet your questions about the game, about life, about back problems,
Yeah.
about love lives, about Love Line, about Stryker and Adam Carolla. Don't tweet about it. Don't ask us questions about Adam Carolla.
Striker?
Remember Stryker? He was like the DJ down in LA in K-Rock.
My surroundings.
You don't James remembers Stryker.
Oh, Eagles.
I might have made that man up. I think you gotta get close to the ledge. Oh no, there we are. You did it.
Is that it? Scraw! Oh, a little haystack.
Rhodes Clark says, Max, how are you enjoying your new house? Any new decorations or stories?
Man, so I moved from a 1.5 bedroom apartment in the back corner of like a big old kind of renovated house. And I moved into a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Which is it's the biggest place I've ever lived in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's weirdly overwhelming. I mean, it's obviously wonderful, but it's like, it's just, especially the fact that I got it exactly the same time as starting this job. It's really kind of a major undertaking.
Yeah. It seems so adult too.
It really
in the Bay
is.
Area. Like I can't imagine having a house for any time in the near future. That's good. You got past that man.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. It takes practice to be able to kind of coordinate your own space.
Yeah.
Basically, how it's set up now is like we've got like an upstairs, which is where like the living room and the kitchen and everything is. Like you walk up a little flight of stairs, and then there's a downstairs, which is like a den and like sort of guest bedrooms type things, or like offices or whatever, laundry room. And typically you think like bedrooms are upstairs,
Yeah.
But I was like, let's have our bedroom downstairs because it'll be like quieter and the light's better on one side of the house or whatever. And then it occurred to me that like if we have our kind of main bedroom upstairs, we can just pretend the downstairs doesn't exist, and it's a little bit less overwhelming to try and like decorate.
Yeah.
Like let's just pretend that the house is half the size it is, which is like such an immensely first world problem.
Yeah.
But it's just, adulthood is weird, man.
Yeah.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's also like a sense of ownership. I mean, not obviously you own this place.
Yeah.
But like when you have an apartment, you don't mind if stuff goes awry. You're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
whatever.
it's like I have to take care of a lawn, which is like
what?
I've never had to do. I've always lived in rented houses.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up, whatever. Or places that didn't have lawns, but it's like here, it's like I just don't know what. And there's a drought, so it's like.
Yeah, you're not gonna water your lawn. It's just gonna be ugly forever.
Yeah, I just let it get overgrown. It looks like The Last of Us. It's kind of cool.
There's a small giraffe there.
Yep. This is kind of nice here.
I like the little quick thing. Jack Meyer asks, what is our favorite AC game? I liked Black Flag a lot.
I wanted to. I really should have played Black Flag.
It's just it doesn't feel necessarily like an
Yeah.
AC game. It just feels like a cool pirate game.
What I've played from it, I kind of like that. I think that it's one of those series where there's like, much like Resident Evil. It's like there's a lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot of problems, and they've it's.
I love the idea of 3. And
Totally.
3 did not deliver.
Yeah,
at all.
it's like God, the American Revolution.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Rogue, and I thought that was a really interesting idea. Is he gonna get me?
Yeah, Rogue. I was a little bummed out. Yeah, like you said, like a super interesting idea, but I wish it would have been fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah.
He seems very confused.
What's going on with this man?
You confused this man.
Can I throw a firework or something?
You want to wait until I think you'll be able to scoot over there. Quick scoot.
Uncle Quick Scoot.
Oh, Jimmy Quick Scoots. He was the quickest kid on the block.
Any cool questions from the local teens?
Are teens allowed to use Twitter? Michael Bertrand says, well, China's geographically right next to Japan, so is this as close as we're going to get? This is sort of the everyone has wanted. Japan has been like the holy grail of where people want this series to go.
I find that so odd because there's so many ninja games. The whole
Yeah,
thing is
yeah.
that it's like this is not a ninja. This is something different.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe eventually, like we know, if the leaks are to be believed, that this year's game takes place in London during the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah. Which I'm totally just completely checked out on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could go for like Turkey. I want to go someplace that I'm completely unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
And I feel like this Victorian London is like they're obviously going to get like the steampunk crowd in there.
Yeah, yeah.
But I felt the same way about. I've never really cared about the French Revolution.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Ubisoft is also going for like a totally international market.
Totally.
Like they
yeah.
have.
I mean, they're the
French
epitome of a French company, but a global studio. Their games. They always sort of go by that idiom that their games are developed 24 hours a day because Singapore hands off to San Francisco, hands off to Montreal, hands off to Paris, hands off to Kiev.
Little throwing knife.
Whoa, that was spooky. I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm refreshing the Twitter app on my phone as well. I don't know why my phone would be better than this laptop, but...
Oh.
IGN place live.
Now we're getting to the fun parts where it's a booby trap.
Yeah. Why do you think they're called that?
Because that's what kind of bird.
Unicorn Blackhawk asks, you can't kill these guys? You can, but Max is playing smart and stealthy.
Come on, how do I,
If you throw a firecracker...
Come on, little ones.
Seems like only the one's good there. Oh!
Well, that didn't work.
Nope. If you get down there, you can just cut that man.
How do I... Damn it.
You cut that man. That is a man who's been cut.
Kick his head off.
Yeah, sometimes that's sort of the way I play stealth games, is like I have the best laid intentions at the beginning, and then everything goes awry, and then I sort of slash my way out. I'm
Yep.
like, oh, well, that happened.
That's kind of them. See, I still got a silver for that. I mean, this is pretty early in the game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a kitty.
Paul Grimowski asks, he says he loves the art style or 3D graphics at the point where they can match the beauty of 2D animation. I'm still a sucker for 2D, personally.
Yeah.
I still think there are things 2D can do that 3D can't.
I agree. I think that we're getting to a point where, in the same way that kind of, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, like classic pixel art, we reappreciated it.
Yeah,
I think we're learning to love low poly again and realize that good art direction in a low poly setting can go a huge long way. Like Grim Fandango is a great example.
Totally.
Jet Set Radio.
Mm-hmm.
We got games coming out like, Below is kind of a low poly version.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
How do I do this?
I think you just you hit up.
There we go.
Yeah.
Free
Congrats,
stuff.
you have throwing knives. Once again, we're going to be playing Assassin's Creed Chronicles China for the next hour and a half. Tweet at us using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Ask us your questions. And oh, jeez. That was a nuisance. Can you get both? Can you do a dual assassination? Nope, that didn't go well.
Nope. Does that answer your question, Marty?
I don't know if you're on a different plane.
Damn it. Stop that, gentlemen. Watch me, I died. I desynchronized.
You desynced. That's the internet was being weird on that thing.
You gotta hit all.
Oh, I don't do that. Was I just doing tops? Oh,
Yep.
that was dumb of me.
Yep. Let's see. Avatar Jedi. That's a cool username, because I like the movie Avatar. Our giveaway is going on right now. Did I make it? Am I the winner? We're not really giving anything away right now. If you sign up for IGN Prime, you get a free copy of Never Alone.
Yeah.
Which is about a man and his dog.
Yeah, that's a neat video game.
I
believe it's a little girl and her dog.
Don't tell me my business.
Don't tell me what gender my dog friends are.
Noah Santos says, how do I get to play AC Chronicles? It's out today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out. You can download
Yeah, it's
it.
out. You can download it on your PlayStation 4,
on various
your
video
PC,
game systems.
your Xbox One. Is it on last gen?
No, it's not, which is weird.
Okay. Is it on Vita?
No, it's not. You can remotely play. I don't know what I'm doing.
Here's a great question. Rhodes Clark says, thank you, guys. Another question. What games, books, movies, shows, etc. are you enjoying right now aside from work stuff? That's our question.
That's
we
a
like
nice
that
question.
Yeah.
Games, books, shows. I think everyone's watching Game of Thrones in the office.
Pretty much, yeah.
People like that show. Mad Men's back.
I don't watch a lot of shows.
Yeah.
I've been reading... I just finished a book that, Marty, you've also read. It's called Season of the Witch.
Yes.
Which is it's a history book about San Francisco, and basically about everything that happened between Summer of Love, the 60s, and all that, and basically all this really bad stuff that happened, kind of leading up and towards the outbreak of AIDS.
Yeah, totally. Through the Vietnam War, the Mansonites and everything.
Yep. Jonestown and Zodiac Killer, all that stuff. Basically, a lot of really, really messed up stuff happened in San Francisco. Which is where we live, so it's kind of interesting to learn about it.
Yeah, totally.
I just realized that, hey, I waited for the bus in front of a place where not only was there a hideout of a cult, but also a hideout of a different cult. Just kind of weird.
Yeah. The city has a really cool, bizarre history to it that I love a lot.
I'm also reading a book. it's a like a big, huge like art book about Star Wars costumes.
Oh, that's the best.
And it's just a gorgeous. It's like a beautiful kind of coffee table book, but it's got a lot of writing in there too, which I sort of didn't really expect. But I'm also really interested in it. This is talking about how they made a lot of the stuff in Star Wars that I love. The
That's really cool.
Original trilogy.
Yeah, everyone seems to be like, not that we stopped being Star Wars fans, but I feel like everything coming out of Celebration like reignied that flame in a lot of us.
What are you reading these days? You're a big nerd.
I'm a big nerd. I like the books. Oh God, what have I been reading? I'm trying to think. I saw a bunch of movies this weekend. I saw Ex Machina. That was a really good.
Was that good?
Yeah, a really good sort of low budget, small cast sci-fi movie.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and it was like a taste of Star Wars because Oscar Isaac and Dom Hall Gleason.
Nice.
were the
Dom Hall
stars.
Gleason is very
He's
cool.
awesome.
We don't know who he's playing
No,
yet.
we haven't seen him at all. Like, it seems like he could play someone related to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he was in an episode of Black Mirror that was
Yeah, that
really,
was really good.
cool.
Yeah.
Training is almost done.
Yeah.
That movie was cool. I saw Unfriended.
How was that? Was that funny?
Yeah, it was. Like, the movie itself's pretty dumb, but like the presentation's really cool. Just like what they do, it's like a faux single take that is all from this girl's desktop, and she's like popping back and forth between Skype and Spotify
That's
and Google.
interesting, I
And
guess.
it's interesting more than it's
Actually
good.
well executed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't been to the movies in ages. I never go to the movies, and it's really kind of a bummer. But
You are not allowed in theaters since the incident.
yeah, well, I didn't know that's what the popcorn wasn't for. Noah Santos asked for clarification, so you don't need a season pass? No, you do not need a season pass to get this game. Is that correct?
No, you get this episode for free if you had the Assassin's Creed Unity season pass. But then I believe these games are available individually for $10 to $15 a piece, or you can buy them bundled together for maybe $30-ish.
Yeah,
All of those are
let's
taken with a grain of
see.
salt. I may have
It's,
lied about all of that.
This is $10 on Steam.
Yeah.
I imagine it'd be probably
Similar?
similar.
Yeah.
Well then, let's see. B-Punk, Blue Crew says, is this worth buying? Huge AC fan, just not sure of this one. I mean, if you're a huge AC fan, then you should, jump on this.
Yeah,
you know?
I think this game does interesting things with sort of the main tenets of the 3D games. It translates pretty well to 2D. If you like what you see so far, like if you like sort of 2D stealthy games.
Yeah, it's kind of a tricky question. It really, I mean, everyone wants something different out of a game. I'm not a huge AC fan, but I'm really interested in this. This seems very kind of like simple. Like I haven't been stopped to talk to somebody for 20 minutes yet.
Yeah, you haven't had to tail somebody.
There hasn't been an autofail.
Yeah.
So
it's smart. Like there are some tricky sort of combat puzzles, but you very quickly respawn. You know, not instant like Meat Boy, but soon enough.
Yeah, it seems pretty tight. Let's see. Juggernaut Gamer says, don't hate, but Unity was one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, but people wouldn't give it another shot because of bugs.
We're not. There's not hating. I review Unity.
No, I think that it's a gorgeous game. I think it just didn't do enough to change like what AC had going on. You know?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of promises. Not even promises made by the developers, but just like we put a lot of stock in that game. Like we kept looking for that game that like, please like reaffirm why I paid this much money for these consoles.
Yeah.
And I don't think this was necessarily the game that people were hoping it would be. Which isn't the game's fault. Yeah, I killed that man, and I'm bringing him into the plants with me.
Oh,
hubba. Into the leafy greens.
Yeah. I mean, I played a bit of Unity. The thing about AC for me, I've never been able to really put my finger on it, but I think it's just the way it's structured. It doesn't really encourage you to play with it. It's very strict, in spite of it being an open world kind of. Open world games frequently have missions and stuff, and it's like there are rules to play by. But like Far Cry, for instance, always felt so much more
like a playground.
Yeah, and I know it's kind of weird that considering how they work so closely and they kind of pass developers back and forth.
Totally.
On those games.
Yeah, they pass. I mean, Alex Hutchinson, who was the creative director of Far Cry 4, was the creative director of AC3.
Yeah, and there are missions in the Far Cry games where it totally does exactly the thing I hate.
Oh yeah, and then having to climb thing. I mean, they use a lot of the same core mechanics. I mean, a lot of UB games do. I mean, the Crew even did the same thing, where you have to find a tower and then the camera zooms out and then you learn more about that area. Except you were a car. You were not
Right.
climbing the tower because
That'd be kind of cool if the
cars
car
couldn't-
could climb the
Slowly
tower.
retrieve the Assassin Scrolls. I should try to retrieve as many as I can
Brody
when I have
Lawson
the chance.
asked, will
Brody.
you be streaming the new Tomb Raider when it releases? I imagine we probably will.
I think we're going to be doing a lot with the new Tomb Raider. I don't
Yeah.
think you have to worry about that.
That's a really... I'm excited about that one. I really
Yeah.
like the last one.
Yep, same here.
It definitely, definitely borrowed a lot from like Uncharted 2, but Uncharted borrowed a lot from Tomb Raider. So
Yeah.
it's kind of just like...
It's such a weird relationship where
Yeah.
like they keep learning from each other. I'm actually a huge fan of that. Do you think that'll... So right now it's currently scheduled for this year. Like we think that's one of Microsoft's fall games, but I don't know. Do you think that's going to slip? Do you think that's actually going to, It seems like a good time to release it, especially with Uncharted being delayed till next year.
Got it.
It would be pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean, also, we got... I think it's a safe bet. We might see that. It's going to be a Microsoft timed exclusive, basically. Is that kind
Yeah,
of
they haven't talked a ton about that, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
Sony fans don't have to worry that eventually you'll get it.
the first, well, not the first, but the recent Tomb Raider it did pretty well, right? It did,
Yeah, especially
it
over
surprised-
time,
yeah,
it did really
kind of
well.
had to build up, but I know that they developed that. Square Enix very, very visibly was developing last-gen games, and I would imagine they had...
The pipeline.
They were
for the
kind of
next-gen
they were
sequels.
keeping the next gen one
Totally.
on the back burner there. And I mean the fact that they were like, here's something that is looks cool it looks impressive on last gen, and then here it is on PC, and oh by the way, here are all these things where you can have hyper realistic hair.
Hair, yeah, that was always a weird thing with like, man, look at her hair, and I'm like, that's cool, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
all of the graphics, all the hair graphics.
Yeah, but I hope that they do kind of what Assassin's Creed 2 did, or not Assassin's Creed, sorry, Uncharted, where it went from just being on one island to being a big, huge, like, seeing different parts of the world. And we've seen like Lara Croft fighting bears and like, I definitely want to see a new location.
I'm hoping
Seeing some snow stuff would be fun.
Yeah, I hope we get some dinos. Do you think we're ever gonna get dinos back?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I mean, I
this
totally
dinos.
forgot that was part of Tomb Raider. But it was. Have a beautiful woman kick a dinosaur in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Not
While doing
opposed to that.
backflips and still wearing shorts. I open this door. There's some optional stuff, and I don't do that though. Only losers do optional.
Rhodes Clark said, if you got a chance, check out the new horror movie It Follows. Really smart take on the slow-moving monster
so
genre.
good.
Yeah, I really want to see that. I don't know anything about it.
That's better off.
Yeah, that sounds. That's how I like to see movies.
Yep.
And that's why.
And it's the score is incredible. It's by Disaster Piece, who did the score for
That's
Fez.
right. Yeah.
And it sounds like Fez, but it totally works in like a weird, creepy John Carpenter 80s synth vibe.
Yeah, music is really music goes a long way in making films and kind of setting the tone.
Yeah, totally.
John Carpenter movies are a fantastic example of that. I actually just got the soundtrack to They Live on vinyl.
Oh, so good.
And then I realized I don't know if that was a good idea, because that's a very broody like
are you gonna
tense
listen to this
score.
to like hang out and
Like,
just like
I
I'm
keep-
making dinner?
I keep being like, ooh, I want this because it's this gorgeous re-release. It's fantastic. I'm like, I
Yeah.
should have gotten that on my phone, Then I could be like creeping around downtown. Like, I love it. I used to walk to school through Chinatown in San Francisco, and I used to listen to the Big Trouble in Little China soundtrack.
That's awesome.
It was the best. It was so great. I just felt like I was like just on an adventure every day. Then I get to school and I'd be tired and bored.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
The opposite of an adventure.
Mine,
Art school, the opposite of adventures.
Yeah. Nah, it's cool. But, sometimes it's not. Mine Crony says, you're getting major Prince of Persia vibes from this too?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Also, I mucked up, guys. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this one alive. No. I desynced. Levels and lives. It gets tough. Don't worry. The guys are mean now.
You made them all mean for me.
I know. You have to escape the grotto. Is that how you spell grottos? With an E?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Isn't that nice to read like that? I like
Yeah.
Got it.
Juggernaut Gamer, what games are you most excited for? For me, it's Guitar Hero Live and Witcher 3. What games are you most excited for?
I'm just obscenely, immensely excited about Witcher 3.
Yeah.
I went to a comic shop the other day, and I just felt that kind of like... just kind of weird, itchy boredom where nothing looked really exciting to me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they call that depression, but
It's a little bit, yeah, that can be depression.
I really just kind of realized that I just desperately want to sink my teeth into Witcher.
Yeah, that's it's also coming out at that good time. Like it's got a couple weeks before E3. I think people are going to really devour that now. And everything. Mitch went over to Poland for our IGN First, which is wrapping up, I think, in the next week or so. Considering that this month is wrapping up the next week or so. And everything he played seemed like the game is pretty incredible. Oh, you can go down again.
Oh yeah, how about that?
I didn't realize that. Can you? Oh, whoa, spooky. Paul asks, do we like Ubisoft putting out these indie likes?
Damn it.
This, Child of Light, Valiant Hearts, he's happy to see the variety. Yes, I completely agree. I'm very happy that a giant developer/publisher like Ubisoft allows super talented people to make small things that they enjoy.
That guy's a jerk.
Keep going. That guy was a jerk. I believed in you.
Okay.
Did you play Child of Light or Valiant Hearts?
I actually didn't.
You should.
Should I? Okay.
Those are good video games.
Yeah, I think I'm...
Oh,
Oh, come on! Come on!
Yeah, you jumped past the bird. The bird got scared. See, this is me with stealth games. The first time through, I'm as careful as can be, and then by the end, I'm just a
this a
raging
ledge down
lunatic.
here? No,
I don't
it's
think
not.
so. That thing means that was the last place they spotted you.
Stop doing that! What is
Just
that?
a whistle? It's not going to end well for you.
What if you didn't do that at all? All right, I'm gonna keep going.
Keep going.
See, this is... I don't know. I'm curious... Here's a confession. I never actually liked stealth games. I've never liked stealth games. Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite series.
But you don't play it stealthy?
I like how weird it is.
Yeah.
And I like screwing with the AI. But I've never really enjoyed the actual stealth. Like occasionally you get that just amazing... God damn it. Just stop. I don't even know what he's saying. Also, I don't know how to play. Oh, there's a heavy attack. Skip the tutorial. I guess I'll just read that thing in the corner. Okay.
I feel like you had a good plan that first time through. If you would have just killed that last guy, you could have scooched by. Mall of Empathy. Ooh, that's a name. He has a question for you. Where does he start if he wants to get into the Witcher franchise?
I think that you might be able to get away with just playing 3. It's kind of tricky because the first one was only on Mac and PC. The second one was only on Mac and PC and Xbox 360, and then 3 is on kind of everything. I would recommend picking up the short story collection, The Last Wish.
Okay.
Which is it's a really fun kind of junk food adventure read. There are then 5 kind of serialized books after that, which I found much less interesting.
Yeah.
I probably should finish those at some point. Like I kind of.
Are they all about the same dude? Oh, was it Geralt? Was that his name?
I mean, mostly there's other characters in there too, but
the cutest little assassin. Watch out! Ooh, I can't trick you. Does the short story collection have a name?
Yeah, The Last Wish.
The Last Wish.
And it's incredibly easy read. Just really, I really liked it. I think I tore through it in like around 4th of July last year. Like I saw The Witcher 3 at E3 and I was like, well, I don't know, figure out what's going on here, and I read that. Witcher 2 is really good. It's just like at this point, I don't know. I mean, it's
almost like at this point
really, it is brutal. It is brutal to play on 360 because of the loading times, even installed. And I mean, if you got a PC that you can do stuff with, then that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to, it's tough to sort of be able to recommend going back and playing a game like that for another 80 hours when the new game's coming out. I think the important, if you could just kill that dude in the upper right, you could just climb that ladder, and I think you're done with these fools. Oh, this dude's super dead. No? I don't think anyone's coming over here. I don't think they come all the way this way. Yeah, I think you're safe.
I don't think so.
Not with that attitude. Yeah, I think he's just kill that dude up there. Get him right now. Let's go stab him in his dumb head.
How do I?
No, you don't. You just want to climb up there and just stab him in the back. Boom. Oh, that's gory.
Yeah, that's right. I kiss on the first date. Not a scared of you, dart gun guy. Oh, hello, kitty cat. Get the.
I think you gotta get over to the left-hand one.
Oh, I see.
Over the
Oh,
right-hand one.
that's weird. Okay. Get some free coins. Delicious potluck dinner.
16th century bitcoins.
There's the Bitcoin right there.
We haven't figured out what these. Oh, I think these raise your score in the bottom right, or give you data trinkets.
But that was a weird little.
Is that when your assassin becomes a ghost? Look at this angry stone man who's holding up various things.
Oh, this jerk here.
Oh, there's two jerks.
Can I kill him with one knife? Does that work? Oh, what about this thing?
Oh, I think rope dart. Yeah, I don't think rope dart goes as far as one knife though. But that guy's not looking at you anymore. The bottom guy. The bottom guy turned around.
How Prince of Persian is this? Okay.
It's a Persian.
Ooh. I really like 2D stealth like this because it feels more puzzle solvy, you know?
Yes, totally. Yeah, each scenario does feel like a little like a puzzle chamber they created.
Come on.
I would move his body a little to the right. Yeah, get him in those ferns.
Get in the bushes.
Go in the fern zone. That's the fern zone.
You got fern zone.
You got fern zone. Did you play Alan Wake?
I never did. That was that came out right when I was very, very broke.
Afraid of authors.
Yeah, terrified of flashlights.
Yeah.
Fog.
So our buds at Polygon got the scoops on the Alan Wake sequel that never was. Got some footage of it.
Interesting.
Got some deets. But then Remedy was also like, maybe we'll come back and do another one. But they're busy now with Quantum Break.
What a great piece of feedback there.
Yeah. Alan Wake was good. Alan Wake was one of those games where it was more interesting than good.
Right. I genuinely enjoy those.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I'd rather have you.
It's like a bunch of ideas in a cool place.
I'd rather have you swing for the fences and do something really unique, and maybe it's not super polished, than something polished and sort of boring.
There we go. Okay. Oh man, there's so many dudes.
I think you can probably just not even worry about that lower dude. Just no. Ah! I think
in the cone zone.
You're in the cones.
So can I? Yeah, I can. Okay.
Oh,
okay. That makes things a lot easier. Ugh. What? I scared the bird? What does that even mean?
Oh, that might not be rope dart. That's noisemaker.
Oh, okay.
It's like a firework, but only one person hears it.
Thanks for the tip, Marty. Glad both of us are not
we're
paying
learning.
attention to
It
this.
look like a rope dart.
You look like a rope dart.
Oh, and that's nice, right?
Nah, you look like a cool Muppet or something. I don't know.
I look like the coolest Muppet.
You look like HR Puff and stuff.
I look like a Muppet that would have cigarettes and ride around. He would go 5 miles past the speed limit.
That's a Uncle Muppet. Yeah, sure.
Kiss on other Muppets. There you go. Kill this fool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a kind of cool use of like 2.5D stuff.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yoink. Oh, don't look down.
I think you're good. I don't think you can look that far.
So what's the deal if I get within the circle of the yellow bird, it becomes annoyed at me or something?
If you run. If you just walk in his circle, it's fine. I'm sorry for assuming the bird's a boy. Are all birds boys? Like
yeah,
all cats
actually.
are girls
Yeah,
and all
no,
dogs are boys?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Unless you're speaking French, in which case it's reversed.
Oh, that's weird. And their toilets go backwards.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's a really easy
Okay,
way
so
to
we
cook.
basically forgot a bunch of the mechanics.
But now
So-
we're just gonna. Oh, you can just end the level by going there. It's just gonna fall.
All right.
That would have been the saddest.
Scraw! All right, why don't you play this game better than me? What?
Oh, don't. Oh God, you scared me. Turn around, and then hit X.
Oh.
Scraw! Someone says, "Would you like to talk about Avatar in a podcast without other people rolling their eyes?"
Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. The thing is that James Cameron's Avatar is not a good movie,
Good.
but
Our
it's
plan worked.
got some of the coolest ideas, and the process of him making it is fascinating to me. As legend has it, James Cameron made his acceptance speech for the Academy Award for Titanic, and he went out on stage and he quoted his own movie, and he said, "I'm king of the world." And everyone was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And he was so embarrassed and so mad at them for raining on his parade that he went and lived in the sea for like 11 years and made several IMAX movies about fish. And then he came to the surface and he made a movie he'd been talking about since like 1992. He had to build his own camera equipment to make it. And it's a big movie about kitties in space. They have ponytails.
And they make love, but
Yeah.
inserting things into other sockets.
But they make love with everything. They make love with pterodactyls. They make love with horses. They make love with plants, trees, each other, all kinds of weird stuff. And that movie went on to be the highest grossing movie of all time ever.
How did that happen?
Yeah, that's. I like the kind of meta narrative of Avatar.
Yeah.
I don't like it in the same way that people are. You go see a movie and you're like, I like this movie. I like that movie because of because of the history surrounding it. Basically.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious to see if his next movies are better, because Terminator was kind of a proof of concept, and the first Terminator is not that great. It's fun, but it's like not a good movie.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 was
Judgment Day is incredible. Yeah, Judgment Day is phenomenal.
Aliens had its groundwork laid as well. Like he's much better when he has a chance to iterate, and he's only done 2 sequels.
Yeah.
You know,
And
he
this
did
is only-
Terminator 2 and
yeah.
he did Aliens, and like those are 2 of his, if not his best movies, those are 2 of his best movies.
Yeah. True Lies.
Yeah, True Lies is
The sequel to True
Lies
Lie.
is the sequel. Yeah. Awful. Awful. But yeah, like I don't know. I just think that Avatar 2 could wind up being like surprisingly like more grounded and interesting.
Yeah.
And
I just get worried when he has that like grand plan of like, I'm doing 6 movies over the next 45 years.
I want him to just finish Avatar so we can make those Battle Angel Alita movies.
Oh
I'm
my
talking
God.
about.
Yeah, totally.
Which-
I don't think we're ever going to get that, if I'm being perfectly honest.
It's in the possession of Yu Daeong.
But then we will get a dump of like cool concept art that never got to see the light of day.
Yeah.
The slaver.
DJ Horsegun asks, how do I become sensible, cultured aristocrats like yourselves?
Likely, sister. The Templars are searching.
I don't know.
all
Do
the
some
ships and
other
cargo.
stuff besides just playing games. Don't do just one thing. Do a bunch of stuff.
Which you're already on a good path because your name is DJ Horsegun.
Yeah.
So you like combining
Play some,
many things.
spin at some clubs that are also barns.
Yeah. Barns, horse bars.
Yeah, horse bars.
Yeah, just go outside, go get lost in a city, go to weird places, be uncomfortable, go to the port of Macau.
Is that where we are?
Much like our friend here.
Oh, this feels so much like Prince of Persia 2. You ever play that Shadow in the Flame?
Oh no.
That is an incredibly hard game.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like kind of busted almost.
This level looks difficult.
This is getting way more
Also,
open worldy.
You can't talk if you. I think that yellow thing is if you walk on that ground, that man's gonna hear you.
But oh no,
No, nope. Just being real loud. Oh, crouch. Use L2 to remain silent. Video games
has
teaching
that always
us.
been a thing?
Maybe. We learned it now. Christian Vuke says he's a huge AC fan, but feels like Chronicles takes away from the fun of being an assassin. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think there's room for different sized experiences. I like that this game can tell smaller stories about different characters.
Yeah.
I think this is a cool. I'd like other man, it'd be cool if while we wait for Uncharted 4, we got a different sort of smaller Uncharted experience.
Oh, that'd be
was maybe
fabulous.
outside. Yeah.
I mean, Golden Abyss that would have been so interesting as a like a 2.5D
Yeah,
game.
totally. Well, I also want. Remember? Did you ever play the Telltale's poker games, Poker Night at the? Where it
I
was
never
like
played that.
Gladys playing poker.
It was kind of surprising. And
Venture
Brock
Bros.
Sampson's there.
Yeah. Like I feel like Nathan Drake could be a good guy at a poker game.
See, I would love a Venture Brothers game like
Oh
this.
my god! Like, oh, this would be the best. Yeah.
With some puzzle elements.
Yeah. I want a Johnny Quest game like this.
They had a Johnny Quest game for
PC.
PC that was very, very bad.
Yes, I remember. I played that.
We should go right.
We should. Oh, your mission is to kill 3 informants. Snitches get ditches. Oh. That was a weird little puff that came up. We're about halfway through our stream. Max and I are going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, Chinois, as the French would say. I don't know if that's French. I apologize. For another hour, you can tweet at us using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. Tweet at IGN. Tweet at Max Scoville. Tweet at me at McBiggity with 2 G's and 2 T's. Tweet at James and say, "Hey, James Faulkner, you sure are pretty." James, I was going to say earlier, when you counted us down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you did it weird with your hands.
He does a weird thing. He does 5, 4, 3, 2.
But you kept your pointer finger up.
You got weird little cat hands, James. Hands like a grown man cat.
We're gonna do a live stream. We're gonna do a live stream someday where the camera's just on your hands, so everyone has to experience.
I just golded that little mission there.
That was good. That's like your Pony Boy. You stayed golden. Outsiders, a novel, and a film by Francis Ford Coppola. That's how you remain cultured.
It was S.E. Hinton who wrote the book.
Yeah.
I never read the book or seen the movie actually.
I was supposed to read the book, and instead I saw the movie, and then I think I wrote a book report on the movie. Probably got some stuff wrong.
Called School.
Yeah, that's definitely called School.
Huh? Huh.
Paul asks, "Are you happy about the resurgence of local co-op / multiplayer? Loved it then, loved it now. Wished even more games had it." Yes, I like playing multiplayer games in the same room as people.
I had some really good times with Helldivers.
Yeah, totally.
I think I got a little bit tired of it, kind of like it was sort of. I like co-op games that are kind of stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Helldivers is definitely much more invested than I'm like. You know, I don't know. It feels like I might as well just organize an actual team of space troopers if I'm going to be doing that much work.
That sounds very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think things like Towerfall and Nidhogg and a lot of what Nintendo's doing, like Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. It's really fun.
Everything's
really
gone wrong!
You could just make sure this man is a dead man, and you'll be good.
How do you block? You never tell me how to play. I don't tell me how to play a game.
You use the stick, and you face where the man is going to cut you, and then you hit circle when he's
called a sword.
The stick, no, the analogs. The analogs. Use the left analog sword. What are you hiding behind? Bamboo slats?
Rain sticks.
Rain sticks.
They're popular instruments, yeah.
Gnarled Sharkly says, "What's the first thing you look for in games? Also, do you want to voice some cool video game sharks?"
People keep asking me if I want to voice some kind of different animals.
Yeah. I feel like you could... What if you voiced aside from raccoons, what would be your animal?
I feel like I could voice a pretty good...
Oh, while the dudes are... Oh, never mind. None of this went well.
No one knows who I am. I'm a mystery lady. You screwed me up by asking what kind of animals I could play. I would be I could be a little bear. I think probably just a raccoon, just because it's too obvious. And no one knows what animals would sound like if they could talk.
What about Little Bear? Why isn't there a Maurice Sendick's Little Bear game?
I think it might be.
I'd play that.
I'd rather have a Richard Scarry game, to be perfectly honest.
Oh man, when you said you wanted your Richard Scarry open world, yeah, that's all I want from life now.
I mean, the thing is, you can totally make an open world game for children that's like totally fun for adults.
Yeah, Lego City Undercover did it really well.
I still need to play that.
It's super fun.
I fell so hard in love with Lego Superheroes. Like that was a game for little old 8-year-old me.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say little 8-year-old men.
Little 8-year-old men. Little 8-year-old men is.
Jake is correcting my French. Sheen is China. Chinois is Chinese. He said, "Keep up the great work on The New Beyond." He's loving it. He complimented your podcast.
These guys are jerks.
At least he threw... That was kind of cool, though. He threw a sign and hit his buddy. Stop doing that. That's not a good place
Don't
to
know
hide.
where the... Don't push the sticks! Kicking the sticks. You play this game.
Kicking the sticks.
I didn't learn how to play it. Now I can't play it.
You did so well when you were doing well. Reach the deck of the Chinese warship. That's a...
What was I running around on?
This is a Chinese warship. You're not on the deck, though. You're on the swab? Is that a part of the ship?
Why is everything wet? How is the water staying there, also?
That's not water. That's, makes noise.
It looks like it's wet.
You look... Never mind.
Why'd you kill 8 guys?
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do this in one try.
为什么我们要搜查所有船只？在高凤跟马永成死后，于大用要我们更加谨慎小心。刺客组织真的回来了吗？随时保持警戒。而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的。
How'd you do that?
I waited until they were
Throw him in the
separated.
pipes.
Oh no, he sees me in the pipes.
You move. You can't move back there.
Doesn't matter, because I killed him and he's in my pipes too. I'm taking everyone into the pipe zone.
Come on the internet. It's full of pipes.
Now I'm gonna...
Reeds
I'm
everywhere.
gonna be cat-like down here.
Did you say Libby cat-like?
I'm gonna be cat-like.
Oh, I was like Libby cat-like. That sounds like
like
a weird
crappy
girl.
cam girl.
Ugh.
Libby cat-like over here. I make meow noises when I play video games.
What's...
Is that an actual question? What was that?
I didn't. I was busy fighting and dying.
You can, yeah, you can read.
Gnarled Sharkley's first question was, "What's the first thing you look for in games?"
Yeah.
What did you say to that?
I think I like a place to explore. I like exploring things.
I like that a lot too. I like things to. I like to play. You know, like I like the physical act of playing, and like whether it's as simple as just being able to flush a toilet, the sense that I'm in this world and able to interact with things.
Totally.
And, like, also, if you make a game and you put toilets in it, you don't have them flushable. Why'd you bother?
Yeah, you mucked up.
It's just a sound effect. I know that requires like 8 weeks of coding to make that happen. But come on. Get it together. Are there toilets in this game? How come, why not?
I haven't seen any yet. Someday.
Austin Hagarty said, what do you think is better, MacBook Pro Air or Microsoft tablet, deciding what to get for my belated birthday present? I've been a Mac user for like 5-6 years now.
Are you ever gonna go back?
Probably not. I mean, I used to be a PC kid. The thing is, if you're on that scale, it's like you're not going to get the advantages of like having a gaming PC.
Totally.
MacBook Airs like are really stable. I think Surface is still figuring itself out. Wub said, "Who is the best vampire hunter?" Blade. Blade is the best vampire hunter. You know why? Because he went to jail for tax evasion. Wesley Snipes went to jail for tax evasion, and while he was in jail, he made an iPhone game called Julius Stiles, International Man of Mystery. It's a true fact.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
you made a game about Julius Stiles?
No, Julius.
Oh, Julius Stiles. Well,
Yeah,
Julius...
but it's like nobody at any point in development was like, Julius Stiles? And he's like, no, Julius Stiles.
How do you make an iPhone game when you're in prison?
I don't know. You just do.
By not going to a real prison?
You just kind of do. Is it? It's just the International, I guess.
Starring Julius Stiles.
Is he working on a movie too? I don't know if this has really been a thing since like 2011.
I was like, I don't know if any of this is real or if this was a fever dream. I'm not gonna hide in hay bales when I am.
Why is there hay on a boat?
I don't know. It's a
Seahorses?
That was really good.
Just sort of grimace unintentionally.
Oh, this isn't even the direction I was supposed to go. That was dumb of me.
I like the amount of detail that kind of like modern, game technology allows for environments like this.
Totally. Yep.
One thing, a lot of people will say that Donkey Kong Country 2 is like the best one.
Yeah.
And I personally really hate it.
Yeah.
Because it forgets the space it's supposed to be occupying and just becomes like this wacky, like, make it up as you go along kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it becomes very Super Mario World, which I can understand why people like it, but I always like Donkey Kong Country because for the most part, it's kind of like, you kind of get the sense, you're like, oh, this is sort of realistic in a weird way. Like
Yeah.
you're in a jungle, you know? It's a jungle full of weird
Animals and whatnot,
Yeah,
but yeah,
alligator
no, I
soldiers.
totally get that.
And then I remember like the pirate ship area. That's what made me think of
Yeah.
it. Of like Donkey Kong Country 2, where it's just like, how big would this pirate ship be if it was in real life? It's just this endless mast with like ropes and stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that doesn't. I don't know.
No, I get what
Takes
you're talking
away.
about. Nope, I shouldn't have done that. Nope, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I not? Is it not gonna let me swing around? Oh, no, it did. F. Nope. That was not 100% what I meant to do. Oh, F! I got shot in the head.
Oh boy. If you guys want to tweet questions at us while Marty's dying, getting shot in the head,
I was experimenting.
you can use hashtag IGN Plays Live on Twitter. We're tracking that hashtag like weird internet hawks with cool augmented apps, something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like augmented apps.
Yep. I like birds. Birds
Okay.
are cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you like what's your favorite animal?
Yeah, what's your favorite bird? Tweet it at us. Hashtag IGN Plays Live. There's lots of birds in Assassin's Creed.
Tweet your favorite bird. Killed that man. That man had a family, and now he's deceased. I'm gonna hide up here. Stab this.
Oh.
I'm gonna stab this man right in his head. Nope. 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 No, that was the worst.
Ugh.
James, why did you James unplugged my controller to make me look foolish on the stream in front of the stream fans?
Max Blowville,
That's your name.
who's a pufferfish themed parody account of me that I really just am so tired of. I think I've blocked him actually. Have I? I guess I haven't blocked him. I don't know. I never know what to do with that. If Max's hair got in a fight with Marty's beard, who would win? I think they would be friends.
I think they would be friends too.
I think it'd be really cool friends. A fun true fact about me and Marty is that we're like that optical illusion of the old man and the pretty lady.
Oh,
You
and it's
turn
both
one
the
upside
same?
down. and
Or
it's
the
just-
thing that's like a bird and a duck.
if you turn, yeah.
Yeah.
What? If you turn
Yeah.
my head upside down completely, it is Marty's head.
Is that how that works?
Yep, it's an optical illusion.
I think we did it.
Jamie Tapia says, rediscovered Cowboy Bebop again after 12 years. Hell yes.
Yes.
Ever fall back in love with a movie/game, etc. you long forgot?
I'm really glad you said that because right before I got in here, I recorded an episode of our new podcast, Anime Club.
Ooh.
And we talked about Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
And how that was the sort of the thing that got me into anime, and that's the thing that still keeps me into
Yeah,
anime.
Bebop, I revisit every couple of years.
Yeah.
I've never not been into that. Even when I was completely sworn off of anime, I was like, this is an incredible
It's
piece of fiction.
Yep.
Dragon Ball was something that I was crazy into in high school, but didn't really have any money, and I think I kind of got the urge to revisit it kind of when I first started having like a real job a couple years ago. So I just bought the entire manga. Like I just was like,
Oh,
I'm gonna buy all 42 volumes of this
Holy
thing.
moly.
And I read it all, and it's really, I think it's meant to be a comic book. It doesn't drag out like the anime does, and it's just it's just fantastic. I actually just got an art book today of all the illustrations, and it's so adorable and genuine, and it's to see that as one cohesive series versus like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is really important. But
Wait, so is the manga both?
yeah, in the manga it's just called Dragon Ball straight through, and the Z was kind of added. I think when they started a new series, like, and they probably changed teams or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I've fallen out of love and back in love with a lot of things that I really enjoy. There's a time when I stopped playing games for a while just because I didn't completely stop playing games, but I mean, we've talked about before, you only have a finite amount of time for things in your life.
Yeah, no, that's kind of that's the same deal with me. Is it's like when we do this for a living, I feel kind of guilty about it.
Yeah.
But it's like I cannot imagine having had time to play games when I was at college.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
I wanted to go out and make friends and
Yeah.
do stuff, and I had schoolwork that I should have been doing. But just having games are they can be social. Like Smash Brothers is a great example.
totally,
Like
yeah.
that's the kind of thing a lot of people get into in college or revisit in college.
Yeah.
But it wasn't there wasn't that social side for me. I did discover Fallout 3 when I was in college. So one of my roommates, I'd kind of been out of the just not really into games because I went to community college. And art school. One of my pals in art school had Fallout that he'd play in his room and just sit in his dorm room and just get drunk and smoke cigarettes and just sit like indoors and just play Fallout on this big gaming rig. And I'd like come in and I'm like, what is that? What is it? And he's like, I'm smoking crack and killing big iguanas. I'm like, this is an incredible game. How do I have this? And then I decided to run it dual booted on my MacBook Pro, which probably fried that computer. So live and learn.
That was a cautionary tale.
Yep. Fallout 3 is a fun game though. It's a good game. That's I would say that's probably the game that kind of got me back into gaming.
Yeah, I felt after my brief lapse, I think it was stuff like I think it was Mortal Kombat 9 and Portal 2. They came out on the same day.
Yeah.
We called it Portal Kombat.
I remember that.
Yeah. I didn't call it that, but cooler people than me called it. And I think from then, this went on. I don't know what these men are mean. I feel like every time we learn something, it's at the bemoaning of a underprivileged human.
What a weird way of teaching anybody anything. Just with shouting.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's like sports though. You learn sports by people yelling at you. No, don't do this. No, don't do this to me.
So how do you do that? You just.
So if you.
That's the thing is there's a cue for everything in this game except for I feel like the directional stuff.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit like regular Assassin's Creed. So.
Like life.
Yeah. If you want to tweet at us, guys, remember it's the hashtag IGN Plays Live. Keep reminding you so you can jump in there.
Got about 45 minutes left.
Yeah.
Until James asks us to leave, and then James does weird stuff with this live stream room.
Rubs his little cat hands all over all the stuff that's in here. Probably unwraps some melted chocolate bars and rubs them all over his face. I don't know what anyone does when I'm not around.
James, do you do that?
Christian Vuick says, "What is your favorite AC character in game?" Mine is Ezio and Brotherhood.
Brohood. Yeah, I think Ezio's probably my favorite character. He was that interesting character that you literally follow from I yelled at this game. From his birth. You're born as him, like little Fallout man. You're born, and you follow him to his death.
Huh.
Yeah.
I liked the version of Connor who could.
Oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing.
I like the DLC version of Connor who could turn into a ghost bear.
And fight the Mad King Abraham Lincoln.
Yep, in his pyramid, his Illuminati pyramid.
Oh, F it, I'm just gonna kill this guy. No, don't do that. Okay, that was good. I was gonna be stealthy, but instead I just did that.
NFS Street King says choose one: Tekken 7, Mortal Kombat X, or Street Fighter 5. That's a trick question because one of those is out.
One of those is a real thing. I was always, you know what? I'm gonna fill in the writing candidate. I want a new Marvel vs. Capcom game. Or just Marvel vs.
So I don't know.
Marvel versus Disney.
Know if we're gonna see that because of Disney.
But well, I could handle just a fighting game that's everything Disney owns. So like Woody fighting Wolverine fighting Luke Skywalker.
Wow. So like a PlayStation All-Stars. But...
Yeah, Disney All-Stars.
So we haven't really seen this. We've seen this kind of in Disney Infinity, but that's kind of its own brand.
Yeah.
Are we going to see... I think we're going to see maybe cartoon versions of like Star Wars characters, like Clone Wars characters mixed in with like cartoon Disney stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that they really do want to differentiate like Marvel Cinematic Universe... like live-action versions from the cartoon stuff. It's probably some contractual thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how. I mean, you have to imagine soon. I mean, probably going to tie in with sometime around Force Awakens is Disney Infinity getting Star Wars stuff. Like that has to be in the pipeline. So if that happens, how are they going to handle that? What are they going to? Is like Darth Vader going to look all like chibi and silly?
Yeah.
Because that whole like. Everything Disney Infinity has that sort of uniformed art style.
Exactly.
Like, in spite of the fact that it's sort of like how Smash Brothers does it, where all these characters are from different places, but they all sort of look like they should be hanging out together.
That's got to be really tricky from a branding standpoint.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I mean, let's see. Jake Jay Ampleford says, "Are there any games that are widely considered to be bad that you love to play?" Motorstorm Pacific Rift,
I don't
which
think
is a great game.
if there was an IGN drinking game that would take a drink every time you bring that game up, I'd be dead.
There's an IGN drinking game which is called Motorstorm Pacific Rift, which is when you take a drink every time a car explodes because it's either going too fast or going too slow
Or going too
or
hot.
driving into lava or not driving in lava enough. Whatever reasons your car might explode, it'll do it in that game. Wow. Is that just like a conquistador there?
Time's starting to bleed with each other. I'd like an Assassin's Creed game where everything just starts going haywire and like.
Yeah, they don't do enough. Like they get supernatural and they get weird and science fiction-y with time travel stuff, but they don't have fun with it, you know? Like they always kind of take that like history lesson approach.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see some. I mean, that alternate reality thing that they did for a second with the
Unity.
Assassin's
That was
Creed
cool.
DLC was
Yeah.
really cool. Brian Maldonado says, "How do you feel about AC Unity?" I really wanted to like it. We kind of went over this a little bit.
Yeah.
But just
I like it. I liked its depiction of Paris. I thought that was really cool.
yeah, I do love their attention to detail when they're like,
Oh, totally.
they build a place, you know.
Yeah.
But then they make you follow a guy in it. You know?
Yeah, I was bummed out by still having to do the same sort of tropey AC stuff. So I'm hoping maybe Victory does something new. Victory, if it's called Victory. Keep using cap. Oh, where am I? Oh, I don't know.
Brian Maldonado says again, "Are you looking forward to Rainbow Six Siege?"
Yeah, from what I've seen, that's a pretty neat looking game.
I'm
I like the idea of
curious.
just blowing holes in walls.
Yeah, I hate walls.
Yeah. Walls.
Walls
have
are
done-
like the pants of houses. You gotta
Yeah.
take them off. Let yourself be free. And maybe your shirt might collapse on you. I don't know how that works.
Oh. What did I do here? Why isn't this working? What did I not do good?
You can't go in the water.
What?
You can't swim.
Why can't I swim?
'Cause
What? But this thing's glowing.
Go to the back. Oh, you
Alright.
gotta hop on the poles.
I don't know how to hop on the poles. Is there a pole hop button? I'm done there. I'm gonna go on a different route.
No, it's in the background. Oh no, what is that? Oh, you gotta cut it. It's gonna make that.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, now I don't have anything.
Oh, you gotta move that boat. Oh, cut the other one over there.
Oh.
It's a weird little
We're solving
puzzle.
puzzles.
Yeah.
Got it.
Paul Grzymowski says, "Some folks seem to have Assassin's Creed fatigue and others never played. What could the next ones do to bring folks back?" I mean, that's what a reboot's for, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they haven't really done.
Yeah, a lot of it I think involves throwing out the playbook. That's what Tomb Raider did. That's what Mortal Kombat did, and it's realizing what brought people to your series in the first place, but
Yeah.
also changing a lot of things for the future.
Yeah, I think they could really. I know that it's a big thing for the fans, but like, I think that the hard history and the Templar assassin stuff
Mm-hmm.
is much less interesting. I mean, just to me as somebody who's never fully gotten into it,
Yeah.
it's bewildering and it doesn't really add to the gameplay.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a lot of baggage coming in if you just want to hop into a game and be like, man, if I don't understand all 10,000 things, you need to understand
Yeah.
who these characters are and these motivations.
I'd like them to focus on what's interesting about each time period and kind of dig deeper into that, you know?
Yeah.
Like what was going on at each point in time that could make an interesting world to explore.
Totally. Yeah, that's what I think that's what Black Flag did really well.
Yeah.
Where it was like, all right, well, people just want to play a cool pirate game, and so we're just going to give them a cool pirate game.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a modern day Kid Chameleon in some ways. You know,
Yeah.
you get sucked into VR and you got to do some stuff in different settings.
totally.
But
It's a weird comparison, but I totally get it.
yeah, the difference is Kid Chameleon had some cool sunglasses,
Maybe
a little old leather jacket.
so is
and he
that
wore
your-
different hats.
That's what you suggest Assassin's Creed should do?
I don't know why they allow me to talk for my work. What do we got here?
Got some hot cues.
Don Grote says, "Can this game be played in Vita-sized chunks? This looks like a good remote play candidate."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's very levelly. It's very old.
Very levelly. A lot of checkpoints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know why this game isn't for Vita. I mean, there's a lot of.
Is it coming for
There's
Vita?
a lot of things coming. There's a lot of things on the screen, but at the same time, I think this would be.
Yeah,
a cool
someone
video
else
game.
pointed out that it had that kind of Gotham or Arkham Blackgate vibe.
Yeah.
What was the verdict on that game?
Not great.
Yeah, it's kind of what I heard, which is a pity.
Yeah, that was sort of that. Both of the Batman games that fall. It was that and Origins. Arkham Origins were kind of.
I think that was
kind of a
very
bummer.
much. That was very much WB trying to like annualize something that didn't want to be annualized.
Yeah, I mean you had. Oh, that was
Oh,
good.
no.
That didn't go well. My glasses. My asthma. Use your daggers to trigger a wind chime. James, have you ever used a dagger to trigger a wind chime? Every day? That's how you wake up. Dagger to the wind chime.
So it looks like an anonymous source is saying that this game might come to Vita.
Thank you, anonymous source. Anonymous source via the IGN message boards.
And I guess it has been. Huh.
A little
Yeah.
distraction could
What does that mean? We don't know.
Killed you and I
It would
put
be
you in
pretty
my
cool
wind
if
chime
they
fortress.
put out a 3-pack of all the Chronicles
Yeah.
for Vita. That would make a lot of
That would be
sense.
cool. Yeah. I killed a man. I feel bad. Nope. Jumped too far. Cool to have an Indiana Jones game that was like this too.
Luke Brincat. There was that.
Super Nintendo one?
Yeah. I'd be cool with an indie one. I mean, it's sort of like Prince of Persia, Pitfall, kind of have that same.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was
All right.
foolish.
Sorry, Luke Brincat says, hi from Malta, Europe.
Whoa.
I'm excited for The Witcher 3. Would love some Assassin's Creed stealth and parkour in The Witcher. That'd be kind of cool, but it wouldn't work for Geralt, I don't think.
Yeah, you'd have to be a different character.
Like, Geralt's very agile, but he's not really climby, per se.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen, I mean, you might be able to climb some stuff in that game. They seem to be very much, like, all about kind of letting you loose in the world.
Yeah.
You can jump. You can swim. You can roll.
You can get maximum scores. You can make love to mermen.
We don't know about that yet.
No, we don't. I've been saying that a lot, so we should probably fact check that.
Yeah. You should probably stop lying about how you
Did
can...
you smooch boys in the other ones? I know you can smooch a lot of girls.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think that it's one of those things where, like... I mean, Geralt's like a pretty defined character.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like that Mass Effect thing where you're like, you can be whoever you want.
Mm-hmm.
You could kill a guy if you're into that.
That's the sort of like the polar opposite of smooching, I think.
Really? You think so?
Murder?
Murdering and kissing?
Murder and kissing.
All I know is the teens shouldn't be doing either. Not in the hallways, anyway. No, sir. Keep yourselves at arm's distance apart from all those legs. young men and ladies, okay?
You're gonna make an incredible guidance counselor someday. Please don't ever become a guidance counselor.
Nope. If I was a guidance counselor, I would seriously just do nothing but smack talk my old guidance counselor and be like, listen, kids, she's retired now, but I just want you to know that my guidance counselor was no good. She said I never amount to anything. Well, here I am.
Now I'm giving you guidance.
What do you think of that, Miss Blank?
Was that a real name?
I really don't want to say a real name because I wound up living in the same apartment building as her son, which was really
Oh
awkward.
my god, really?
So he'd get mail, and I'd be like, ah.
You'd just be all angry.
I'd get mad at the mail.
That's
See him in the laundry room, I'd be like, how's your mom?
yeah, mature homeowner.
Tell her I'm successful. Let's see.
Also, that's like the exact opposite of what guidance counselors should do. They shouldn't be telling kids they're not going to amount to anything.
She never told me that. She just sort of like
I need to get his
didn't get it.
attention.
You know? Didn't help me get into good classes or anything.
Yeah.
2099 AKM 0010.
Those are too
That's
many
a lot
things
of
for a Twitter handle.
A lot of Twitter handles. Do you think AC Victory will get renamed or possibly delayed since it was fully leaked last year? I I mean, it wasn't really fully.
No, it was just the
leaked.
core details.
Yeah, that happened with the previous. I think the previous game too.
Yeah. Don't think it'll get delayed. It's been annual for a very long time, so
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
It would maybe be smart. You know, Battlefield's been annual for a pretty long time too, and
Yeah.
I think that Hardline really benefited by them just taking a minute to be like, let's ship a game that's fully functional.
Yeah, I'm a big. I don't want to say I'm a big fan of delays, but
They make for a better game.
Yeah.
而你们也要信守承诺，好好保护我的安全。
Saying weird things to each
我
other
会
in this
罩
game.
你，你也别忘了罩我。
I'm gonna cut this man.
Let's see here.
随时保
If you guys want to ask us questions, you can do so
而你们也要
by
承诺。
climbing atop the tallest mountain
And then run,
and
killing.
screaming from the
You
tops.
should kill one
of it.
man and then run away and then realize you've gone too far.
Oh no. It's Billy Boomerangs. His awful little cookies.
Now I'm just gonna keep running. I tricked him. I brought him over here, and now I'm running the other
什么都
direction.
没有，你的
It's that old
Wow,
chestnut.
you're actually
up-
this is actually big enough that you can do that.
Yeah,
That's kind of interesting.
I like that. So also, who
I mean,
put
this is
red
actually
paint all over
here's
this
that
building?
Assassin's Creed gameplay. Like that's
Yeah.
that's it.
I did it.
I find a haystack and
No, I don't even care where I'm jumping.
Yep.
That was a haystack. Oh, who are these men?
peekaboo.
What do you think they were doing in that room?
Probably looking at some stuff. You know,
Like what two buds do?
yeah. Two buds looking at stuff.
I'm putting you in a haystack, my friend.
Rangers Nation said, "How would you rate Borderlands, the pre-sequel?"
I haven't played a ton of it. I have the Handsome collection. I've been wanting to go through it with some people, but
I didn't play it, but I mean, we editorially,
it.
IGN gave it an 8.8.
Yeah.
Who wrote that?
Vince
review?
Ingenito.
Yeah,
That's a great
Um,
great on our scale.
yeah.
Great point grapes.
I mean, I think it comes down to again, like what that rating means nothing if you're not
Yeah.
into Borderlands or if you want something new from Borderlands.
that was foolish.
Come on, come on! It's a wind chime.
Yeah, I mean, from everything I've heard,
I need to get his
I mean, as much as I don't want to do
attention
fans of the genre, but fans of the series are are enjoying the game. So,
Yeah.
and we know a Borderlands 3 is in development, but that's probably going to be a long ways away because they just announced that it's in development.
Sure. Yeah.
And video games take a while.
No, I mean, guys, it's the asking us for us to scale some or rate something on a scale of 1 to 10 will always get a less enthusiastic response than what do you think of.
Yeah, totally.
Because the point of review is not for the final score, though that seems to kind of be like sort of
The
an
thing,
an
yeah.
organic result with video games because they're kind of based around scores.
Yeah, it's sort
but-
of a thing we have to do. People do come looking for a score and want to be able to, sort of unpack what we said very quickly.
Yep. Miranda Cecil,
这些奴隶，
Salty Hearts, Kelty Hearts says,
Salty
"Have
Hearts.
you read any Assassin's Creed books? If so, favorite." I read the God, was it called like the it was the Bolshevik one.
入侵者，
I think it was. Oh, dude,
Chain?
None of this. The Breaker of
The
Chains.
cross, the something. The fall and the chain. Those are the ones.
None of this is going well.
I read this and I enjoyed them quite a bit. And I was
None of that.
that was when I really wasn't sure what was going on
Yeah.
in Assassin's Creed. Like I didn't really.
Yeah, I read some of the graphic novels. I believe Ember was the one I mentioned earlier.
Which is
Amber.
about this lady, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know why I did that. That was foolish.
Whistling? No whistling in the Hall of Duty.
Hall of Duty.
Hall of Duty.
I'm just gonna restart from the checkpoint because that was foolish of me.
How dare you be foolish on a live stream?
Max, we've done 3/4 of this live stream, and neither of us have cried.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
Christian Vuke says, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I apologize for that. CV Game Freak 18 says, from what Rockstar game would you love to see a new game of? Bully, Red Dead, or LA Noire? Bully, 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 bully.
Yeah, Bully. I'd also be very happy with a Red Dead, but
Yeah, that too. I mean, I feel like Red Dead still holds up incredibly well.
Oh, yeah.
You know? LA Noire, if they made it on the same, I mean, it's kind of tricky because that was an adventure game in an open world setting, but it was very like scripted in terms of what you were supposed to go about and do.
yeah.
Like there wasn't really much to discover in that game.
Running away.
Yeah,
Nope.
run right into that wind chime. Those chimes will give you no cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Bully would be incredible just because there are so few video game worlds that are like it.
Yep.
And I think it was their funniest game. I would also just love Red Dead because I'm a big fan of westerns.
Yeah. My big hope would be if Rockstar doesn't make Bully, if Saints Row got rebooted as a game about dumb teenagers.
That could be really good.
Like, because it's kind of about dumb teenagers as adults at this point.
Totally.
But if it was about, like, if they just started drawing from, like, if basically they made like a Zombies Ate My Neighbors kind of Day of the Tentacle,
Dude,
like just cartoon teenager vibe.
Totally all for that.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man with a shield.
Let's see. Don Grote says, have you guys noticed any glaring bugs in this title? The bugginess of AC3 turned me off the series. This seems pretty, like...
Aside from, we're just not good.
Yeah.
I don't think we're very good.
I mean, what it's trying to do, it seems like it's doing pretty well.
We're just not doing our thing well. I'm going to get past this soon, though. I feel safe right here. I'm gonna wait for this man to turn around. I'm going to go this way. Oh. Okay, I feel good. What do you think they're saying?
I don't know. I think it might be Chinese.
Do you think that's... Yes, that's Chinese they're speaking. No, they're not Chinese. They're American. Remember that? Muzzy?
Oh, yeah.
Muzzy?
Oh, yeah. Good one. Muzzy's pretty cool.
I want a Muzzy game.
I'd take a Muzzy game. That'd be great. Ken Adams, Pants Ken, says, do you think that Assassin's Creed Chronicles China could lead to a full game based on feedback/sales? Yeah. I mean, I think this is something they've toyed with a lot.
Of like, well, what do you guys want? And if one of these is much better received than the other ones, maybe that's the direction they're going to take it in.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that the like feedback doesn't count as much as sales.
Yeah.
Like vote with your wallet, you know. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Blood Dragon, I think did really well, and we haven't. Maybe we'll see another one of those. You know.
Yeah, or something like that.
I was kind of bummed that Far Cry 4 didn't really draw more from that.
Yeah, or at least have a because it was received so well. I think people.
It was fun. It just wasn't. It wasn't silly at all. It was very serious, but it was still like trying to be kind of funny, but just in a weird. It had some identity issues. I think. I am chosen for 15.
Nope. I fell. Sorry.
I was like, you got a grudge against this guy? He says, what new content do you think GTA 6 will have if and when it comes out? I think it'll have this crazy new feature of being released in, like, the year 2020, probably. It's probably about that far off.
Yeah. Yeah, because what, GTA 5 was 2007, 8?
Yeah,
sorry, 4. It was 2007 or 8, and then 5 was 2013.
It's a long ways.
That is a long ways. Rockstar.
They're not going to work
no
on
hurry.
that. And if you pay attention, they kind of they use other properties to test stuff out. Like Red Dead Redemption had the not Freaks and Strangers, but the
the Undead Nightmare.
No, just the like the people you just meet on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, sort of those like the casual encounter things.
Yeah, that open world was very much like the guts of GTA 5,
definitely.
and the shooting and bullets in Max Payne 3 were
Yep.
And the driving in LA Noire probably not so much. No. I mean, the open world of LA Noire was kind of how they used it. That was a test bed of LA. It was LA.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
So there you go. As for features, I mean, I hope it's a really interesting story. I hope that they keep up the quality of writing and just overall the kind of games they make.
Yeah, and just the insane like attention to detail. Like they're sort of second to none when it comes to that. I mean, also because they can be, because they have no bosses.
Exactly.
And they can take as much time and spend as much money. Uh-oh. These men are looking at me.
These guys are big jerks.
Yeah, they're I don't know how to get up there. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I know what I'm doing.
Wub Wub says, describe how bitchin' dinosaurs are.
Oh my God, super.
They're the most.
Yeah, the most.
Of course.
Love dinosaurs. I'm hoping that this whole zombie thing, I don't think it's a fad, but I'm just hoping we get over zombies and we do more games about dinosaurs.
I've been hoping that for a long time. I don't know why they can't just kind of coexist.
Yeah.
There's always this sort of like, post-ironic nostalgia of like things that little kids all love.
Yeah.
And we have to try and find some gritty way to appreciate them. Like zombies are super goofy. Zombies have always been they always were pretty goofy. And you can pull a good story out of zombies if you kind of knuckle down and commit to it. Mm-hmm. And the same can be said about dinosaurs. That's what Jurassic Park did really well. Jurassic Park is a stupid idea, but it works.
Yeah.
Jurassic World, I'm kind of skeptical about, but
I think it's a stupid idea that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. Don't be rude. Don't kick me. Nope.
I mean, I think what Jurassic World could have done that would be really interesting would be, I forget who said, somebody else said this. This wasn't my idea. But basically have it be like The Walking Dead, where it's a world where dinosaurs have come back and they have taken over the Earth, and it's like humans trying to survive.
I kind of like that, yeah.
That's like way more interesting than like, hey, it's a new park.
Yeah, it was sort of like we're
now we've got a super
story.
dinosaur. Hassan Farhat says, why does it feel like we are ages away from Mass Effect 4? It depends what you think ages is, but, I mean, did you see that giant leak of stuff that showed up?
We talked about it on this week's Beyond.
This week's podcast Beyond, which you can download from IGN.com or on iTunes or watch it on YouTube. It went up about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Mass Effect 4 does to the previous Mass Effect games what Inquisition did to the previous Dragon Age games, or like they made it kind of like, here's a brand new fresh starting point that we rebuilt from the ground up, which I think they kind of have to because EA is working totally in Frostbite now. Mm-hmm. I'm on board.
That's super cool, yeah.
If they make it feel more open world and less like go to a large area and kind of wander around it,
Yeah, I'm sort of we're all waiting for our sort of big first space opera thing of this generation, this console generation.
Destiny didn't really deliver.
Yeah, sadly Destiny didn't. Maybe Destiny 2. Like we talked about that a lot. Where AC1 was sort of a framework, and then AC2 really explored it.
Do you think we're going to see a Destiny 2? Do you think they're going to have a number in there?
Yes.
Really?
I don't think it'll be for a while. I don't think we'll hear about it this year, but I definitely do. Oh.
Oh, cool. Pillars.
I don't know why no one's... Oh, no. They should see me.
Oh, wow. They're dumb. There's some dumb dudes.
Or maybe they're just so enthralled in conversation.
They're incognito.
Yeah, they're... God, don't do that again.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man, I was super foolish, everything I just did.
Mono Suburb says, would you guys be interested in an open world of Riverdale from Archie Comics? That's the second time someone's asked me about Archie today. I don't get it. I walked in this morning and Tal was like, hey Max, you excited about Archie?
Archie's fighting the Predator.
I was like, what? I mean, that's cool. He also, I've been reading a sort of half-read Archie Afterlife, which is just Archie and zombies. Mm-hmm. Which is two things. One thing I'm tired of. One thing I've always been sort of marginally interested in. So I was like, give it a shot. It's all right. It's a cool idea. Coolish idea. Execution seemed to be pretty earnest. It wasn't just like a cheap cash in.
There were executions in the Archie comic.
It was gruesome. It's very messed up.
Oh, look at this man. This man with a staff. Oh no.
Here's a good one. Christian Buick says, do you think we will ever see the game Agent from Rockstar since they mentioned the game on their website?
No. I think contractually they have to mention it. It was a Sony exclusive. And I think with the deal with Sony was like, yeah, this is still in development. We all just got to keep saying it's still in development because with our contract, it was in development. But no, I don't think we'll ever see Agent. I don't think we'll ever see, what was it called? The Horror of the Orient, which is another game that they were working on.
That's right. Was that Rockstar or was that... That was the guys who did...
I thought that was Rockstar.
I don't know if that was the Team Bondi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was the LA Noir guys. Namco Bondi. Don't do that.
Damn it. Bad dog. Bad dog.
Can I jump this way? No! I died. I made death.
This little sound hat gives me a headache. I'm going to have to wear it cool and sideways.
We only had 10 more minutes.
Like an excellent
musician. No, 20 minutes. If you have questions about excellent musicians like Miles Davis and Chameleonaire, tweet at us using the hashtag IGNPlaysLive. For the next 20 minutes, we'll be answering any and all questions, including what's Max's social security number and what did the old gypsy woman tell Marty when he visited her? She told me how I was going to die.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
You keep looking at footage of this Adventure Time game.
I keep just going. I go to. I mean, IGN is a great source of information for all things, but there's this site, All Games Beta, that just dumps press releases and just like it's just.
Yeah, it's not. It's quick and dirty, but it's just like if you want to consume the screenshots.
See what's on IGN.com too.
.com. Don't do this. No. Well, this is going well.
Oh, this is an interesting story. I mean, it's a weird thing to bring up. Kraft Mac and Cheese is removing artificial preservative synthetic colors from their macaroni and cheese. Wow.
That's what color is it going to be now? Just like actual color?
It is specifically the colors yellow number 5 and 6, the shades responsible for macaroni cheese's easily recognizable near luminescent orange tint. They're going to use paprika and turmeric and annatto to try and restore the taste.
Oh, interesting. Well, I use paprika in my my
turmeric. It's a bright color.
Old John Turmeric.
John Turmeric was down in the old. He was making another picket fence. He got caught up in the wheelbarrow's wheel.
No.
John Turmeric died trying to build that fence. Never did complete it. And now we'll all remember John Turmeric.
If I could distract him somehow.
Don't distract him. Just no. I think I'm good. I think just okay. Oh, okay. Something's happening. I don't know if any of this is good. Nope, it was bad actually. Don't do what I just did.
Don't do what I did.
I got excited for that headline, and then
Don't
I just
do what
realized
I did.
it was our podcast.
Yeah, right.
Our podcast.
There might be a new Vita.
If I could distract him somehow.
It might have HDMI ports. It might have 2 sets of of triggers.
Yeah. Thumble bumble time.
Yep. Thumble bumble. Go.
What am I looking at?
Killed this man. You ever kill a character in the game and get worried that he had a family? That you're doing a bad thing?
Some games like to tell me about that.
Mm-hmm. Like Special Ops the line?
Yeah. Special Ops.
Special Operatives the line?
Man.
I know. Get out of here. You know, you
reading some comments about our old podcast. I should see what the local teens are saying on IGN Plays Live. Do you think Blizzard will announce StarCraft Ghost at E3 this year?
Nope. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
You're being.
They keep saying it's not canceled. That's a weird thing to do because that's been something they've talked about for. I mean, that predates Half-Life 3 at this point. Like that's nuts.
Nope. I'm in here. You don't know where I am. James, I killed that man. I killed that man in your honor.
That was James's friend Gus. James is furious now. Let's see.
Have you ever met a man named Gus?
Yeah, my cousin's name is Gus.
Does he do what I...
Well, he's a baby. I don't know what he does. He hangs out, puts little truck toys in his mouth. Austin Hagarty says, is Manhunt 1, 2 too controversial to be remastered and or get a third game for the PS4? That's an interesting question. Manhunt was was super controversial.
Yeah, definitely. It had really interesting ideas. Did stuff with the headset. It would like tell if you were breathing heavily or if you got startled. I thought the games are more interesting than good, so I'm personally like not super bummed if they don't get a remaster. But I don't think they made enough money for Rockstar to revisit them.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder, like, Rockstar does stuff that people are, like, they're a controversial game company, kind of, like, they're just sort of a reality. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they go out of their way to be controversial.
Yeah.
I think at one point they kind of did. Like, I think State of Emergency was sort of, like, trying to be a little bit too edgy, you know?
Totally.
And Manhunt was definitely like they were still kind of harping on that, like, here's the stuff you could do in these games, you know?
Yeah.
But I think they've sort of outgrown that, you know?
Yeah.
Like the fact that GTA 5 was just making fun of Call of Duty and violent games. It seems sort of like they've. I mean, and that's the thing is that media can grow up. Wow, look at that! Oh, right in the bushes.
No!
Right? Nope. Get in the bushes. Hide in the bushes.
Oh, he knew I was in the bushes.
Ah.
No, did he kick me? I think I'm gonna kill this man quickly though, so I'm not too worried. Killed all
nice
those men.
combo.
There's this man up here who doesn't know what's happening. I'm wait for all these fools to walk by.
Caboose 1012 says, "Have you heard of any new games that might come out in the future for Xbox One or PS4 that haven't been announced yet?"
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
Like we've heard of them. I mean, it's Fallout 4 hasn't been announced yet.
Yeah, that's a thing that
that's
they've
probably
showed
gonna
concept
happen.
art for. Yeah, and there's just by we do E3 planning, and so there are certain things we have to know about beforehand. We're not hiding it to be mean. We're just hiding it to do our jobs. Also to be mean.
Yeah, we're mean guys. Big old bullies. Yeah, I mean, pretty much any most unannounced games that are gonna be the kind of stuff we talk about are probably like Xbox One and PS4 destined, you know.
Yeah. No, don't fall. Oh.
Wow, it was a close call.
That's because I said don't fall. What do you think? Me being on this list? Do you think this is a safe place?
What are you doing there?
I don't know.
What happened?
Everything went wrong. Okay, this man's dead. He doesn't have family anymore.
Oh wow, look at that shadow.
So I just have to kill this man on the right. Once I kill that man, this level is over. So this is my plan. I'm going to. I don't have firecrackers. Never mind. That's not my plan anymore. I wish I could just kill this man from here.
Oh, now he's investigating like a little detective.
I'm gonna kill this man by the time we have to leave. I'll feel good about it.
Gnarled Sharkley says, "Do you think praying mantises are just tiny kaiju? I think animals are just tiny monsters."
Oh, I killed this man using my foot. Animals are tiny monsters.
Yeah, little tiny monsters all around us. I remembered in 2009.
This belongs to me.
Was it 2009? Why did we 2010? It occurred to me that the internet was this amazing thing that you could just type stuff into and you'd get to look at it. So I started revisiting all this stuff that I always wanted to look at when I was in like 5th grade, like Harrier jets and kiwi birds and like jellyfish and like potato guns, like stuff that your friend would maybe tell you about or stuff that you'd like see for a second on TV, but you had no way of retrieving it.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I want to watch the same video of the big scary snakefish like a lot. Just like it's like an aquarium in your pocket. It's crazy. I mean, I know that sounds stupid,
I like that.
but
No, not at all.
Use your sword to deliver a killing blow.
So this next level is a much more fast-paced level. Wait, I don't know how to slide. Also, don't say whilst.
Whilst? Quest?
Better, show. Let's
Oh, cool. How do you slide? Do we not? Oh, it's L2, isn't it?
Was it L2? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he turned into dust and blew away.
This next level is very fast paced. You can beat it in like 5 minutes. This will be our last level, but you just run through. Things are on fire, and you can just kill a lot of people.
Excellent, show.
It's like a palate cleanser, like a vacation.
A vacation
from the palette of life.
Okay.
Try again.
If while jumping through the air.
Excellent work. Keep it up.
Paul Grzmowski says, idea, an IGN game show live stream where you compete answering trivia, playing games, and taking the physical challenges. It's a cool idea.
I like that.
Huh.
What if we steal that? Will Paul get angry? Paul, will you get angry if we
well,
steal
on a
that?
totally unrelated note,
The assassin cannot be far.
we're gonna be bringing it back up at noon. You know,
That's right.
It's gonna be sort of different.
Are you gonna do physical challenges?
I mean, most challenges are physical if you have to physically do them, and they're challenging.
That was deep.
My legs hurt from walking around at a Star Wars convention all last week.
That was a physical
and
challenge.
walking down the stairs was a physical challenge today. I didn't like it one bit. Sitting in this chair is a physical challenge.
Yeah.
This headset is a physical challenge. It gives me kind of an earache. It's weird.
That's not good.
I got little sensitive ears.
Oh.
Little sensitive ears like a tiny dog.
Like a tiny dog.
Tiny little animal with little old ears. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry for like the people who don't want to hear that noise that I just
but,
made.
But they just made it. I mean, that's fine. They come to IGN for the noises. It's not necessarily a game show-ish thing, but we are in the thick of planning Podcast Beyond 400 and Podcast Unlock 200, and I think we can officially say it's going to be the same. It's going to be a mega event, like the Olympics.
Whoa!
It's going to be the Olympics of IGN.
Are we gonna have an official coconut drink? I
Did
bought a
you-
bottle of coconut water the other day, and it was like
From the Olympics?
the official drink
Of the Olympics?
of coconuts at the Olympics, and I was
What?
just like,
If you bought it the other day, it might be old. probably
no,
return
no,
it.
it's for. They're always having some Olympics somewhere. They're always getting ready for new Olympics.
I don't think that's all the Olympics were.
So when I was moving cross country to California in 2001, we stopped in Salt Lake City, and there's this weird place out kind of on the edge of the Salt Lake, which is, like, spoiler alert, not really much of a lake. It's kind of this desert thing.
Yeah.
And there was this weird old. It's called Saltaire, and it's basically like an old resort that used to be where people in their big old-fashioned swimming outfits would
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
But they used it as this weird kind of museum, and they were showing off all of the material that Salt Lake City was using to bid for the Olympics. Like,
Yeah.
they wanted to be the place for the Olympics, Winter Olympics or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think they might have been, I forget.
Yeah, they
but
were.
the thing that they were showing was concept art for the mascot that they wanted to use, and they always pick a different mascot for every Olympics,
Yeah.
and they're always awful. So it was just this weird ancient room full of just, like,
Awful concept
horrible
art.
cartoon characters. And there was no one there, and we just, like, stopped and went to the gift
You're
shop.
like,
and
this
we're
is like the shame chamber.
it was a really strange place to go. Let's see. Drake Anthony says, would you rather have CG video game movies like the ones made by Blizzard or continue to have live-action video game films? I think Blizzard's animation is the most interesting thing they do at this point.
It's pretty incredible.
Like, their games, to me, have not really grown up as much as their technology has.
Yeah, they've been relying on
Yeah.
a lot of the same
that's-
formulas they've had, which I get people like.
Yeah. But I mean, like, their cutscenes like rival Pixar pretty
Yeah.
much. Like, they're just gorgeous. And it always seems kind of weird to me. Like, I remember playing like the first Warcraft back in the day, and like the cutscenes were like a special treat that you get
Yeah.
to see if you played the game. And now they're like, here's the opening cinematic for World of War, or for StarCraft 2 expansion or whatever. I was just like, that seems like such a. Wouldn't you want to save that? You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's gonna get leaked day one anyway, but like, it just
Yeah.
seems kind of odd to just use it as promotional material. Then again, things change.
You're not a Mr. Marketer.
Nope, I'm not.
Get in here. What are you doing? 30 dogs. Man, sitting in these chairs for 2 hours.
Yep.
It makes.
I have
makes
a
the
cushion.
That's. You make cushion bucks.
Yeah, you can get one too. You just gotta steal them from that couch out there.
Steal a man's
I don't know
cushion.
whose cushions these are, but we keep using them, sitting on them for
if-
2.5 hours with our butts. Poor
What they
cushions.
say, steal a man's cushion and you get soft seat one day.
You
But
sit for a day.
kill
and
a
if you-
man.
and you don't ever get cushions
You
again.
can have his cushion forever.
That's a true story, made up by us, right here for lies.
On IGN Place Live. What if that story was the prequel to True Lies? Jump. Where am I?
10 minutes ago in the comments, Robotic Plague said this guy on the right is annoying and should not do streams anymore. Who is the head of HR at this place? They don't really fire people for being annoying. That's not how that works,
Wait, is he watching a mirrored version or the regular
I'm on
version?
the right. Let's see. I think he's.
Are
I think
you the
that's
right
me.
or am I the right?
I think it's on his right, like, because it's
Oh,
me,
it's
right?
you!
I'm the annoying one, yeah.
Oh no! Wait, I'm on the
Wait.
right there.
Are you on the right? You're on the right. Is that what it looks like to
No!
the camera? Also, you're shaking the camera a bunch, James. You're gonna scare everyone. They're gonna think it's an earthquake. Hey, we're fine, you guys. It's okay.
There's no- Oh no! I got fired.
You got set on fire by
Set on fire.
true things. Oh boy! Any more tweets for us, you guys? We're kind of winding
I fell in
down
the water.
here, but just use hashtag IGN plays live. Hashtag painful chairs.
Hashtag. I was saddened by the lack of smooch questions we got. I feel like we could give some good smooching advice.
How to kiss better is to have a cool, giant, big beard like Marty.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Disguise your mouth like a nest of baby birds, and then they'll want to go in and feed it food.
Bring up such topics as reptiles.
Yes.
And if you don't know a lot about reptiles, ask if the other person that you want to kiss, boy or girl, likes reptiles.
That's probably a pretty good pickup line is, hey, do you know anything about iguanas? And they're like, not really. And you'd be like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't either. Anyway, nice to meet you. How to date? How to do dating?
How to date zookeepers. What is this? Assassin's Creed China. China's rough. Would you date a zookeeper?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Zookeepers are frequently kind of weird. I know one zookeeper. His name's Anthony. He's actually super nice. Very handsome dude. And he's in charge of penguins at the San Francisco Zoo.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And he let me come and visit them one time, and I got to touch them, and they are covered in their own feces. It's a little known penguin fact for you. These were teenage penguins, though. They didn't quite know how to swim or groom themselves.
Just like regular teenagers.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't have their licenses yet. They only had their swimmer's learner's permits.
I kept dying 3 seconds before the end of the level. Then she just jumped into cold water. What a foolish place to jump.
Let's see here. IGN plays live. What's your favorite reptile?
Komodo dragons.
Ooh, those are cool. I'm fond of iguanas myself, but that might just be a recent trend that I've noticed. I saw an iguana that a man had with him just on the street corner. Like this old man had an iguana that it was really huge. It was like the size of like a small dog. Like not that small of a dog, but like a good, like a bread box. Good old.
Is a bread box a type of dog, or is that?
No, that's a size that used to measure like the size, like bigger than a bread box. The iguana was large, and the man was showing it to a bunch of children, and they were really excited, and I was really excited too. And I was like looking out the window, like in taxi cabs.
I feel like
oh my God, there's iguanas out
walking
there!
through the city is a lot like Buddy the Elf coming to New York for the first time.
Every day of my life. Don Grote mentioned something I think I should bring up, which is, hey Marty, you want to talk about Battletoads?
No, I don't.
You know, Battletoads are coming back for Shovel Knight on Xbox. Is that it?
They're Shovel Knighting.
Shoveltoads.
Which the Shovel Knight for PS4 and Vita came out today, and the rumor has it that Shovel Knight for Xbox is coming out next week. So if you like those Battletoads, where are toads reptiles or amphibians?
They're very small iguanas, or iguanas that are just far away is the definition of a toad, according to scientists.
Is that right? Do you know the one thing about toads? They hate lightning. What was what was that line?
You know, that's it's really weird to think that the guy who wrote that line, Joss Whedon, would go on to direct one of the highest-grossing movies of all, if not the highest-grossing movie of all time.
Wait, did he write that movie?
He wrote one of the drafts of X-Men, and
weird. David Hayter wrote the other one, right?
No, he did X-Men 2, and then actually Hayter might have done one of the first drafts, but I forget who did the draft they used, but Joss Whedon apparently has said that like the only line of his that got used in the X-Men movie was the Toad line.
Oh, that's so sad. I mean, I guess he can combat that sadness with money.
CG Wolfmaster says, how excited are you guys for House of Wolves? I'm so hype. I haven't really been into Destiny. Like, I kind of got over it, you know?
Yeah, we have a large contingent of people. Oh, look, I'm in a place.
All right, cool.
Well,
you can hide with the ladies. How's it going?
There's definitely Jose Otero, Sean Finnegan, Destin Legary, and Fran Mirabella are big Destiny fans. They want to go to that wolf house. I know it's sad that there's no raid.
Is it just a new area, or is it new multiplayer? What is it?
It's a couple new missions. It's new multiplayer. Evidently, it's some new story content, but they're mad because it's not a raid. People like those raids.
Gotcha.
Those are the big puzzly.
So I'm just actively irate that the House of Wolves is not a literal House of Wolves.
Yeah.
How funny would that be if there was just an old house and people keep going to investigate it, but there's just too many wolves and they get scared off?
Yeah, that's like real life. Killed this man. Killed this man for you, James. I've splayed a lot of blood. Splayed?
I think a really cool Destiny thing would just be like if there's an old beehive somewhere in the, what is it called? The
Citadel?
The Citadel? Is it the Citadel? It's the Citadel, whatever.
No, what is that place called?
The Guardian Tower.
What?
The Tower?
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 Citadel's from Mass Effect.
What if they were like, here's a great new DLC pack for Destiny. one of the elders found out that there's a huge wasp nest on the back porch, and we need all of you guardians to go and get rid of it. But it was this super overpowered little bee's nest, so everyone would just have to go and shoot at it. It'd be kind of like the loot cave, but with bees.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I think people would love that.
In respect of dose.
Some people would think it was stupid because I invented it, but whatever.
Nice, I think we did it. This was
All right.
This was another stream stram.
This has been IGN Plays Live. This is a thing we do every Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Stop changing the date every week.
No, you changed.
I don't think that's
you
true.
changed the legal definitions of Wednesdays
Tuesday,
and Thursdays.
Wednesday, and Friday are the days that we do this. Alex is a liar. It's a fun. It's a fun goof. You just. I will be streaming tomorrow with Brian Altano. We're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on PC. What could possibly go wrong? That's going to be a fun time. So you should tune in and see that. That is happening at 1 p.m. Pacific. Be going until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can check out me and Marty on our podcast Beyond. It's on IGN. Go click on the podcast button.
Yeah.
Or just type Beyond in there. It'll probably pop up. Thank you guys for watching and tuning in. And, yeah, see you guys same time tomorrow. Take it easy.
Bye. I don't like the guy on the right.
Hey, what's up, guys? Max Scoville here for IGN with me, Marty Sleva.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going really well. We're playing a game with